morning, everyone. Welcome back to What's Up St. Joe's. I hope that everyone had a very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year. Thank you for joining me again for our weekly video announcements. It's good to be back. First up, as we enter into 2025, we are also entering in the Catholic Church into a Jubilee year. So this happens every 25 years, and our theme for this Jubilee is Pilgrims of Hope. So what that means for you and what that means for Catholics around the world is we're called to make a pilgrimage to Rome. Or, since that is not realistic for most people, you're also allowed to make a pilgrimage within our archdiocese. So there's 5 different pilgrimage sites in the Archdiocese of Seattle that would fulfill your requirement in place of going all the way to Rome. If you have the chance to go to Rome, obviously, I think take it if you can. But for most people, it's much more realistic to travel to somewhere within our archdiocese. And we are actually in luck. We have a pilgrimage site that is very, very close to us, and it's actually within our parish family. So you can make a pilgrimage to the Proto-Cathedral of St. James the Greater, which was the original cathedral for the archdiocese. So if you get the chance sometime in the next calendar year, be very intentional and make that pilgrimage. There's more information on the Archdiocesan website, as well as the UCC, the United Conference of Catholic Bishops, the USCCB website as well, to help you know what you're supposed to do at the pilgrimage site to fulfill your Jubilee requirements. Speaking of the Proto-Cathedral, another very exciting opportunity is happening later this month. So our Archdiocese of Seattle will be celebrating its 175th anniversary, and there'll be a few celebratory masses throughout this anniversary year. But the first of these is taking place at the Proto-Cathedral of St. James the Greater, since it's such a historical landmark for the origins of the Archdiocese of Seattle. So that will take place on January 25th. That is a Saturday. There'll be an anniversary mass. That mass will take place at 11 a.m. Archbishop Aitchen will be present to help celebrate, as well as open the site as a pilgrimage site for the Jubilee, is my understanding. So it'll be part Jubilee, part 175th anniversary celebration. There'll be a reception following that mass, as well as tours of the Proto-Cathedral will take place either during the reception or right after the reception. Just an opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about this historic building in our parish family. Next up, our Catholic school here at St. Joseph, the St. Joseph Catholic School, is celebrating Catholic Schools Week later this month. And part of what that means is they'll have their open house on January 26th. That is a Sunday. So instead of our normal food and fellowship after the 9 and 11:30 masses, we instead invite you to go over to the gym for hospitality, our school gym. They'll have hospitality, as well as have their open house available for all parishioners or anyone really who's interested in learning more about Catholic education in Vancouver, a private Catholic education in Vancouver. So this is just a great opportunity for you to meet faculty, meet staff, talk with parents of students as well as students, learn more about financial aid, all the different academic and extracurricular activities that the school offers. It's really just a great way to come learn more. If you know someone who's interested in Catholic education, or if you have children yourself and you've considered putting them into private school, this is a great opportunity to learn more. So we hope that everyone can stop by. Like I said, that will be after that'll take place of food and fellowship after the 9 and 11:30 masses. But really, the open house will be open from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So feel free to come by the school gym at any time during those hours. If you'd like a guided tour of the school, please visit the school's website to schedule that now. Next up, our annual Sarah Club dinner for vocations is coming up next month on February 8th. The evening will begin with Mass at 5 p.m., celebrated by Bishop Frank Schuster. And then following that Mass, dinner will take place in Marion Hall at 6:30 p.m. Mass is open to all, but the dinner is a ticketed event. Tickets are $25 a person, with the proceeds directly supporting vocations in our Archdiocese of Seattle. If you'd like to purchase tickets, tickets will be on sale in St. John Bosco after all of our Masses, beginning this Sunday, January 12th, and then each Sunday following up until the event. So please consider joining us. It's really a great event with fantastic food and just a nice opportunity to support vocations while also learning a bit more about vocations in our Archdiocese. If you are 18 years or younger, this event is free to use, so we highly encourage you to join us for a free meal and, like I said, learn a bit more about vocations. Next up, our Pray and Stretch ministry is resuming. Tomorrow is the first event back. So Pray and Stretch will take place on the 2nd and 4th Saturday of every month in Marion Hall at 10 a.m. At 10:30, from 10:30 to 11:30. And this is just a great opportunity to gather with like-minded individuals through guided stretch and prayer. So it's just a wonderful, relaxing, prayerful time. So we hope that you can join us for that. And if you have limited mobility, they do offer they do accommodate seated stretching. So if you're worried about the level of physicality that is required or physical ability, it's really, really open to all. So please consider joining us no matter where you are at. We hope that you can join us. Next up, our next Golden Fellowship Mass and Luncheon is coming up this Wednesday, January 15th. So Mass will begin at 11 and will be followed by a great lunch in Marion Hall. There's a suggested donation of $5 for lunch, but come, enjoy lunch. Our St. Joseph students will help serve lunch. And just note that this is open to all who are 55 years of age and older. Lastly, but certainly not least, on January 17th, the Proto-Cathedral of St. James the Greater is hosting a pro-life Mass. So that Mass will begin at 12:10. That's their normal daily Mass time. But following that Mass, they invite you to first join for Mass, and then they invite, as everyone will gather outside of the church, and there'll be a 4-block march from the Proto-Cathedral down to the Clark County Courthouse, where there will then be a memorial prayer service at 1 p.m. In honor of all the innocent victims of abortion. So if you'd like to join for the Mass, that will start at 12:10 and be a part of the march following, or you're welcome to join outside of the courthouse at 1 p.m. So we hope that you can join us for that. I believe that is all of our announcements for today. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you at Masses this Sunday, January 12th, as we celebrate the baptism of the Lord. Have a good weekend.